than my father's ways. My father laid on you a heavy yoke. I will make it even heavier. My father scourged you with whips. I will scourge you with scorpions. 3 days later, Jeroboam and all the people returned to Rehoboam as the king had said, come back to me in 3 days. Now, it's interesting that the Bible says, rejecting the advice given by the elders, he followed the advice of the young men. Okay, all right. Now, it's interesting that after this, he lost half of the kingdom. He lost half of the kingdom. Who do you listen to? Jeroboam has just taken over the kingship. Is a new man on the throne, and he asked for advice. Now, one thing I want to agree with him is that he asked for advice. It's important in this life to seek for counsel. It's important in this life to ask when you do not know. There is power in asking. Let me say this. We are all doing life for the first time, but there are people who've gone ahead of us. There are people who've been there, done that. There is no one who knows everything. A man and a woman who feels they know everything and they cannot be advised and they cannot be talked to is a dangerous man. When you find a man who has no counsel, when you find a woman, a young lady who does not want to listen, we live in a generation where young people don't want to listen. Where before you even give an answer, they already have an answer. Before you even give a view, they already have their own view. Such men and women will not go far very quickly. In this life, learn to listen to people who've gone ahead. Now, he takes advice, quite all right, but he takes advice from two sets of people, from the elders who had served his father and from the young men who had grown up with him and were serving him. Be very careful not to listen to people who are in the same boat, who are in the same shoes. You cannot ask someone for advice to get married and he is not yet married himself. You cannot ask advice how to raise kids from someone who's failed to raise their own kids. You cannot ask for financial advice from someone who is in debt more even than you. So be careful where you seek counsel from. Be careful where you get advice from. There's a man called experience. And experience cannot be replaced with expertise or qualifications or skill. Experience comes with time. And a man with experience is a man to be revered. I have learned in this life, I'm a pastor, I've learned in this life to surround myself with father figures. My father was gone ahead of me, been there, done that. So every time I seem to be stuck, when I come to the crossroad, I'll go back and say, my father, my bishop, what do I do here? Where do I go here? What do I say here? There is wisdom in that. Even as a pastor, I've got elders, I've got people who are older than me in age, some even in faith, who I can go to and say, okay, what do we do here? There is wisdom. Now, the man and the woman who feels, no, my qualifications is enough. After all, I'm the boss. After all, I know what I'm doing. It's my life, it's my relationship. You have already failed. This is the problem that Jeroboam had. He asked for advice, correct, but the problem is, who do you listen to? The elders gave their verdict. His friends gave their verdict. He listened to their friends. A lot of young people today are getting relationship advice from their fellow friends who have failed in their relationships. You are getting relationship advice from someone whose heart is already broken 10 times or more, and you expect things to work. You are getting advice from someone to start a business, and they started a business and 4 of their businesses failed, and you think you'll succeed. Who do you listen to? The problem is we have the blind leading the blind. You have a life coach who is 19 years old. They have not even started life themselves, and they're calling their life coach. In this life, it matters who you listen to. Godly counsel. Never despise those who have lasted longer than you. Never despise. Never despise someone who's... Listen, I always tell people to say,